Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Max here. Welcome back to another episode of the Friday podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about success and what success is, or what the definition of success is, what it is for everyone, because it's different for everyone. Let's just start off by saying that. Um, in my opinion, success isn't something that you can really define, but you can clearly see when someone's successful. They're content with their life, basically. Now, it's different for everyone. Some people might focus on the amount of money they have. Some people might focus on the amount of materialistic stuff they own. Some people might focus on the quality of their relationships. Some people might focus on how happy and content with their life they are. And that's what I think is the most important. First of all, let's just start by saying that happiness is the most important thing in your life. If you're not happy doing anything, then like there's no point of doing it. Like, let's just be real over here. Like, if whatever you're doing doesn't make you content, then there's no point of doing it. Reason being is because you only have one life, and you probably overestimate the amount of time you've got. Because the like you're lucky if you're seeing tomorrow nowadays. To be honest, you never know with this life. But I'm a big fan of Gary Vee, if you guys didn't know, and he stresses this a whole lot more. Do whatever makes you happy, right? Because if you're doing stuff that doesn't make you happy and you kind of just have to drag yourself out of bed to go to that 9 to 5 job every single day, then you're better off. You're better off just leaving that job, bro. Like, it might pay you well, and you might get like a $500 like paycheck on top of that, for like, compared to another job that you would be doing. But if the other job is something that you enjoy more, you should 1,000,000% go for that. Now, Gary Vee, if you guys don't know who that is, he's an entrepreneur, and he preaches the hustle and hard work factor, which I completely agree with. As long as you are taking it in the right direction, as long as you're doing what you want to do, and as long as you're doing what you feel like doing, that's the way. Like, put in hours upon hours into that stuff, like I'm doing right now. I bet you didn't know this, but this was recorded on August the 25th, when I recorded a whole 9 episodes of the Friday podcast for the next 2 months, basically. And guess what? It took me less than 3 hours. You wanna know why? Because I love this. Like, I love doing this, man. And I hope you're enjoying these podcasts too. Um, I hope they're giving you an insight into who I am as a person, because I think it's a lot more to who I am than you actually see just through my Fortnite videos, you know. And I never actually understood how different everyone is, you know. I thought that, there's common stuff that, you basically wouldn't be able to separate me from the other Fortnite, people. But like, everyone's different in their own way. Everyone shares different beliefs, all of that good stuff. So that's why I'm here spitting these facts. But anyway, let's get into what success is. Let's come back to Gary Vee and what I was talking about there. I wrote down in my notes at least 5K. Now, I don't know what I mean by that. Let me just think about it real quick while I talk about why hard work in the right direction is more important than just purely hard work. Because, hard work works, but you gotta put that hard work towards something that you enjoy, and that's that's when the success factor comes through. Because, like, you could be the richest person in the world, but you might hate your job. You might hate the life you live. You might hate, I don't know, like, people that surround you in your life. And at that point, like, that brings up the question: are you really successful? Comment one if yes. Comment two if no. I want to see what you lot think, because this stuff is really up for debate nowadays, and I'm glad more and more people are seeing that success ain't all about the money and all about what people are thinking of them. Because at the end of the day, like, you're living life from your own perspective, bro, and you're like, you can't see what other people are thinking of you, and you shouldn't really care unless you're in a mad rut and you're not doing anything about your life. But even then, like, as long as you're getting your bills paid, and as long as you're living, even if people are judging you, like, who really has the power to make you do otherwise, you know? Once you're 18 and over, you can do anything you want, to be honest. Um, yeah, like, people might disagree with me here, but if you're. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I would be more than willing to go against my family, even if I was to go and, actually enjoy life. If they were the ones preventing me from having a good future, then you can get left behind. And I think that's a bit mad, like, when you hear it from the other perspectives, because, people might really disagree with me here, because this is some really strong stuff. Like, people would be considering this type of shit for years, I'm probably thinking. And I have a very strong opinion on this stuff as well. If you're not enjoying your life, you can go do whatever you want. To be honest, like, to get to the stage where you are enjoying your life. Now, uh, that brings up the question whether that anything you want is legal or illegal. I mean, that's really up to you. Because you know the the law is there for protection, but on the other hand, it's a bit there, like, to limit people as well. So it brings up a question, but I'm still trying to figure out what that 5k on the notes that I wrote down is. At least 5k. What makes you happy? I don't know what that is, but one thing I do want to talk about is mastering stuff and being successful at it. Now, I don't know what the 5k was, but I can bring up a 10k question. Now, that's all about putting in 10k hours into something you love, and that's when, like, after you put that 10,000 hours in, that's when you get, like, to the top, basically. Because at that point, only like 0.001% of people have gone through that, and you basically have the right to do anything with what it's like, with the the experience you've got. Because once you put 10,000 hours into anything, you're gonna be so good at it that people will pay you to teach you the ins and outs. Now, you can earn a lot of money from that. Just saying, like, the top sportsmen and stuff, that's what happens with them guys over there once they put their 10k in. But if you're, let's say you've done YouTube for 10,000 hours, people will pay you to, save um, them time, and they'll exchange that for money. Because after putting 10,000 hours in, you see the ins and outs of pretty much everything that goes on. And people will value your advice on that stuff, and they'll value who you are as a content creator, for example. Like, anyone else would, like, it would be the same for anyone else, but just for this example, like, as I said, the content creator thing is gonna be there. But let's come back to happiness after covering that, because I felt like that was a thing that I needed to go over as well, real quick. The three things that people really value, or the two rather, I was gonna say numbers, like, which applies to the content creator sort of stuff again, but let's just pick two, which are going to be money and happiness. Now, these two are related for a lot of people, but they don't have to be, because everyone wishes they're like, they're gonna be rich. Like, once they're rich, they're gonna be happy. But the thing is, once you're waiting for that rich to be happy, like, when you do get rich, and you feel the underwhelming like feeling of getting all that money, and if you're lucky enough to uh, actually get to that stage, say for example become a millionaire or something. You thought that whole road that you were getting to that mill, that you were gonna be like extremely happy when you got that mill. But what if you don't feel happy? Like, I'm pretty sure it's all about it's all relative, of course. Some people, when they get that meal, they'll be ecstatic. They'll be like, "Yes, this is exactly what I wanted." But sometimes when you're putting like a heavy expectation on something, it doesn't quite go that way. Like, and I've experienced this a lot in my life. It's like you're waiting for something. You're like, "Yes, this is gonna be mad. This is gonna be hella exciting." And when you get there, it's just like any normal thing because you've gone through the whole journey, and you pretty much you've reaped your rewards, but you've also put in a bunch of struggle to get to that point. So it all kind of cancels out, and you're basically at a point again where you're like, all right, now I need to do this to be happy. So it's like they're related. The money and happiness are related. In my opinion, you can't just pick one. But at the end of the day, I think for me, it would be happiness. Like it's not because I can't go and earn money. Like if I really wanted to, I think anyone could. Like if you think about it, like some people are obviously lazy and stuff, but if they really wanted it, like if you really want it, hard work works all the time. Like simple as you can go get that bag anytime you want. So for me, it's all about how you feel about where you're at in life. Um, and that about wraps it up. This was like I assume this is pretty eye-opening for some of you, and I hope it is that way. I don't know if you lot are gonna enjoy these Friday podcast episodes. Tell me if you do, because I feel like I do slip up sometimes, and I kind of lose my own point. But I guess it's only gonna get better down the line. So, you better look forward to the next one coming out next week. But anyway, that about wraps it up for this one. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and sub with noties on to never miss another upload from me ever again. As well as that, check out my Patreon page if you want to support the channel. Um, that will be in the description and in the pinned comment, and also in the end screen, which I'm gonna roll now. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.